Is the screen visible to you? Okay. So now there are two more theorems in this unit. Both are for necessary conditions of fxy equal to fyx. Actually sufficient condition, because if these conditions are satisfied, then fxy equal to fyx. So if in the first Young's theorem, then another is Schwarz theorem. In Young's theorems, the conditions are these: fx and fy are both differentiable. If fx and fy are both differentiable at point AB of the domain of definition of a function f, then fxyab equal to fyxab. Means both are differentiable, means there exists a, b, phi and psi such that the equality holds. And we know the equality, right? Let me write down again here. The equality is what? Suppose here it is f function, then f of at point AB, a plus h, b plus k minus f of AB, we denote it by df also, and this should be equal to ah. ah a is fx actually. So fx at point AB, k b, b is fy, and one more term, sorry, two more terms, h into phi and k into psi, where phi and psi both are functions of h and k. So these are the conditions. If there exists such phi and psi which tend to 0 whenever hk tends to 0, 0, and this equality holds, then we say that f is differentiable. Now what we are given? We are given that fx and fy, they are differentiable at point AB, and AB is in the domain. Clearly it must be in the domain, then only these are defined, right? And then we want to prove this fxy ab equal to fyx ab, means the order of derivative is interchanged, then also we get the same value. In fxy, the first derivative, that is with respect to which variable? Yes, it is with respect to x, and the second derivative, that is with respect to y, right? And in fyx, this order is interchanged, means the first derivative is with respect to y and second derivative is with respect to x. That we want to prove that these are equal at point AB. Let us see what we are given. So we are given that fx and fy, they are differentiable, means what? They are defined in some neighborhood, not only at a point, but they are defined in some neighborhood. Neighborhood of AB means there are two vertical lines, two horizontal lines, and there will be some rectangular region in which these both functions are defined, fx and fy. And yes, using the first theorem, all second order partial derivatives exist at point AB. Because what was the first theorem? The first theorem was, if f is differentiable at AB, then fx at AB and fy at AB both exist. Means જો કોઈ ફંક્શન ડિફરન્શિયેબલ હોય કોઈ પોઈન્ટ આગળ, તો એના પાર્શિયલ ડેરિવેટિવ છે x અને y with respect to x અને with respect to y, એ પણ એ પોઈન્ટ આગળ મળે. But here in case of f, this function is fx. So if we differentiate fx with respect to x, then this fx will be fxx and this fy will be fxy. So the partial derivatives of fx, they are fxx and fxy. So these are differentiable. These exist at point AB, and similarly, since fy is also differentiable, fyx and fyy, they also exist at point AB. Now to prove this theorem, we are taking equal increment h for both x and y. Means equal increment means we are taking this point a plus h, b plus h in this neighborhood, rectangular neighborhood of AB કે જ્યાં fx fy exist થાય છે. So we take a plus h, that you should remember. We are taking a plus h, b plus h, a point in this neighborhood, and this also you have to remember. This is a theory part, and in theory part you might have to remember few terms, and this is also a similar term. We consider phi of hh. Phi of hh, we are giving the notation. To which term? To this term, right hand side term, f of a plus h comma b plus h minus, here it is f of a plus h comma b, a comma b plus h and ab. These all four terms are different, cancelable નથી. Last theorem માં આપણે same to same term subtract ને add કરતા હતા. So this is different thing. Do remember this. And here also we consider first two term in one bracket, another two term in another bracket by keeping minus sign common. Then here this plus sign will be minus sign, and we are giving another notation. Actually we are defining this also. G of x. G of x function is the subtraction of this f of x comma b plus h. So y coordinate is fixed, b plus h, and here y coordinate is fixed, that is b. X coordinate is arbitrary. X should be the same which is here, g of x. Similarly this x also should be there, and this x also must be the same. So we are defining for all x, g of x. Then if you find out g of a plus h, suppose you find out g of a plus h, what is the value? What is the value of g of a plus h? Okay, let me give you example. Suppose g of x equal to x square, and you want to find g of 2. What is the value? Yes? Yes, 2 square means 4. So how did we get this value? Yes. So yes, this is f of a plus h comma b plus h minus f of a plus h comma b. Because x is replaced by this a plus h. જ્યાં જ્યાં x છે ત્યાં a plus h substitute થયેલા છે. And if you look at the first bracket of phi of h comma h, then this first bracket is same to same this bracket. The first bracket has value g of a plus h, and by the same process the second bracket has the value g of a. Look at the value, x is replaced by a. If you replace x by a, then you will get the second bracket. So this is g of a. So here it is written, so that we get this phi of hh equal to g of a plus h minus g of a, and we give a notation. This equation 1, it is denoted by equation 1. Now we are using the hypothesis. We are given that fx exists in the neighborhood of AB. કારણ કે differentiable હતું means it exists in the whole neighborhood, at all point in the neighborhood of AB. And then we can find this g dash of x. Okay, let me show you the definition. Yes, g of x. Now it is there on the screen, g of x. So this is g of x. And if you differentiate g of x with respect to x, let us differentiate g of x with respect to x. Then what we get, g dash x equal to the partial derivative with respect to x. So it is fx y is already constant, right? And here also it is fx and y is constant b. Means first we should find partial derivative with respect to x, and then we should substitute these particular values for y equal to b plus h and y equal to b, so that we get this value. So both these are same. If you differentiate this, means first we substitute y equal to b plus h in the given function x, and then you differentiate it with respect to x. And suppose first without substituting y equal to b plus h, you differentiate with respect to x, but then also y is constant, so y remains as it is, and then we substitute y equal to b plus h. So in both the process we will get the same answer. First we substitute b plus h, then differentiate, or first we differentiate and then we substitute b plus h for y, then we get the same answer. And the same thing is done in this next term also, second term, that is fx x comma b. And since these both exist in neighborhood, this g dash of x exists, means g of x is differentiable. Derivative exists means it is differentiable, and at which point, not only a single point, in the neighborhood, means for all x in this a to a plus h interval. They exist in a to a plus h interval. So now if it is differentiable, then we can use a thing. Let us say what we want to use. Yes, that we have used in the last theorem also, Lagrange mean value theorem. As per Lagrange mean value theorem, if g of x is differentiable in open interval and it is continuous in closed interval, then this is g of a plus h minus g of a equal to it is h g dash of a plus theta h. This is the theorem, Lagrange mean value theorem. So there exists some theta such that 0 less than theta less than 1, and this equality holds, આ equality પણ hold થતી હોય. And now if you substitute this value g of a plus h minus g of a into equation 1, let us see equation 1. What is equation 1? Look at here. Equation 1 is this: phi of h equal to g of a plus h minus g of a. પણ આ જે રાઈટ હેન્ડ સાઈડ ટર્મ છે g of a plus h minus g of a, એની જ વેલ્યુ આપણને ત્યાં મળી છે. So look at here, g of a plus h minus g of a, its value is h g dash of a plus theta h. So it is phi of h equal to h into g dash of a plus theta h. But now to find g dash of a plus theta h, now again let's go back. Here g dash of x is there in equation 2. Look at this equation 2. In equation 2, it is g dash of x. But what we require now is we require g dash of a plus theta h. So in place of x, we have to write a plus theta h at both these places. And yes, અહીંયા તમને એવું લાગતું હોય કે મૂકવું જોઈએ, તો that is wrong, because we can differentiate with respect to variable. We cannot differentiate with respect to a constant term. So we have to differentiate first with respect to x, and then we can substitute x equal to particular value a plus theta h. So g dash of a plus theta h has this value fx at a plus theta h comma b plus h, and fx a plus theta h comma b. So this value is substituted here. Look at the value. It is h into the bracket. So this is obtained from equation 2, g dash of x. And here we are subtracting and adding a term. We subtract this term minus fxab and we add this term. Actually here it is minus and minus, so it is minus minus plus sign. So one is subtracted, one is added, and all other terms are as it is, means as that remains as it is. This first term, this third term, they all remains as it is. Only one term is added and one term is subtracted, so that we can use the another equation, means we are given that fx is differentiable and we can use this property. કારણ કે differentiable માં આપણને ખબર છે કે આવી જ property મળે છે. Look at here, differentiable means what? We get this type of term, f of a plus h comma b plus k minus f of ab. So why here we require minus f of ab, and for that in equation 3 we subtract this term fxab and we add this term, so that we get both the terms similar. Now since fx is differentiable at point ab, we have to replace f by fx. Here this definition is for f, but here it is fx function. So in place of f, we have to write fx everywhere. Here, here, even here also. In right hand side, this fx will be fxx, and here this will be derivative of f with respect to, so here it is fxy, and here both will be fx. But here if you look at equation 3, there is still one more difference. If you look at the equation 3, here it is a plus theta h comma b plus h. So in place of h, what we require? Theta h, right? And in place of k, what we require is h. તો k ની જગ્યાએ h ની જરૂર છે અને h ની જગ્યાએ theta h ની જરૂર છે. And this is true for all hk whenever hk tends to 0 0. But fix ab is fixed. So here we can take any hk, and so why we are replacing in this equation star, we are replacing f by fx, કારણ કે f ની જગ્યાએ fx differentiable છે, h by theta h and k by h, because that we require. And just this is written the same equation by replacing these terms fx, fxx, fxy. See here h is theta h, so in place of h everywhere we are writing theta h, and in place of k it is h, in place of k it is h. તો જ્યાં જ્યાં k હતા ત્યાં h છે, જ્યાં h હતા ત્યાં theta h છે, એટલું જ મૂક્યું છે. સ્ટાર ઇક્વેશન જોશો તો તમને તરત આઈડિયા આવી જશે. So this is fx as we required. Okay. Still we required one more term for the same function fx. Okay. Look at the second term in equation 3. This term. So what should we change now? Can you tell me what we should change? We require second bracket of fx, means we require this. What should be f? So clearly f should be fx. In place of f here, it should be fx, right? And which other thing is required to change? Yes, can you tell me? In place of h, what we should write? Yes, theta h. And in place of k? No, in place of k, what is required? Yes, 0, right? Because b plus k is there, but we require b, means what we should take? K equal to 0. So if you take k equal to 0, h equal to theta h, and f equal to fx, then we get the required term. So So again in the same equation star, we are replacing f by fx, h by theta h and k by 0. So k will be 0 means 2 term will be 0. In right hand side, 2 terms are multiplied by k, that you know, right? 2 terms are multiplied by k into fy and k into sine. So both term will be 0. And since here phi notation is used in above equation, phi 1, here we have to use another notation. So second phi function, so we denote it by phi suffix 2. And similarly psi function is also required somewhere. So we give psi 1 notation, and if we require to use again the same notation, then we can use psi 2 and psi 3 like that. So now we have two values. One is from equation 4, this value, and another is from equation 5, this value. These two values we substitute into above equation. Above equation means I think equation 3. Yes, it is equation 3. Look at here. This is equation 3. Phi of h equal to this value. First bracket ni value equation 4 માંથી આવે છે. Fifth bracket ni value equation 5 માંથી આવે છે. So here it is phi of h equal to h into bracket. So let us substitute the value. Simple value substitute કરી છે, no other change. H first bracket value in the first bracket. This is the first bracket. And if you look at, this is the value of second bracket from equation 5. First bracket is from equation 4. And then if you look at these terms are same. So they are cancelled. Theta h, f x x a b. All other terms remains as it is. But if you look at the terms, everywhere h is common. H is common in each and every term. So we can take h common from the whole square bracket. So here h will be h into h. So it will be h square. And then we divide by h square to take it to left hand side. Let us see the next page. So here we divide it by h square. So everywhere h is cancelled. H multiplied માં હતો એ cancel થઈ ગયો. All other terms are as it is. If you look at, all the terms are as it is. And now if we take this limit, h tends to 0, both sides, left hand side and right hand side. Then left hand side it is limit h tends to 0. But right hand side what happens? Phi 1. Why this term is 0? Theta phi 1. Because in the definition of derivative, phi tends to 0 whenever, yes, hk tends to 0, 0. If both variable, both components, phi is function of hk, then h and k both should tend to 0. But in place of h, here it is theta h, in place of k, here it is h. And whenever we take h tends to 0, these both tend to 0. Look at this. If h tends to 0, then these both simultaneously tend to 0. And hence this phi tends to 0. Phi 1 tends to 0. And the same thing is there in psi 1 and phi suffix 2. These all three functions, phi 1, phi 2 and psi 1, all tend to 0. And so why we get only the first term, fxy of AB. So this one is only the half part of the theorem. But the half part is actually puro thayo છે. The second half means similar same equation we have to obtain. Left hand side will be the same term, but in right hand side, in place of this fxy, there should be fyx. And if you look at, we have used only the differentiability of fx. અહીંયા બંને term જે આપણે લખી છે, equation 4 and 5. Here we use only the one thing, and that is fx is differentiable. Fx, જ્યાં f હતો ત્યાં fx જ મૂક્યા છે. We are also given that fy is differentiable. That is not used still. So by the same process, if we use that fy is also differentiable, then we get the similar thing. But that is not needed to prove. Without proving it, you can write similarly. And here also it is written in similar. If you take hy equal to this, in place of g of x equal to, g of x was this function, g of x comma b plus h minus g of x comma b. So in place of this g of x, if you take h of y equal to this function, and then again on h of y, since fy is differentiable, you can use the LMVT Lagrange mean value theorem on h, and then you will get the similar term after some calculations. Equation 4 અને 5 મેળવા એવા પણ મેળવવા પડે. તો આ જાતે ટ્રાય કરજો આવે છે કે નહીં તમારા સમજવા માટે. એક્ઝામ પોઈન્ટ ઓફ વ્યૂ જરૂરી નથી, but you should understand this. So try this. And here if we take h tends to 0, then again these three function tends to 0, and hence we get phi of hh upon h square equal to fyx of AB. And so we get both the equations for left hand side in both the equation 6 and 7. If you look at equation 6, yes, let me clear. Here fx is this equation. The equation 6, here right hand side is fxy, but left hand side is phi of hh upon h square, and limit is h tends to 0. And the same left hand side is here also in equation 7, but right hand side is fyx. So from 6 and 7 we get this required thing, fxy at AB equal to fyx at AB. And the same process is used in the next theorem also. So I think we should learn this theorem here only at the same time, so that you can understand very well. You can compare both the theorem as well. Oh, one minute please. There was some problem. So this one is the first theorem, and now let us see the similar second theorem, that is Schwarz theorem. And either Young theorem or Schwarz theorem you will find in each and every exam. Let me see. So these are both theorems are exam point of view most important. Either Young theorem or Schwarz theorem must be there in each and every paper. આગે જ ક્યાંક એક્સેપ્શન હશે કે બેમાંથી એક પણ થિયરમ ન પૂછાયા હોય. So this is also a sufficient condition. If these conditions are satisfied, then these two are equal, fxy equal to fyx. And here the conditions are different. In last theorem, Young's theorem, we were given that fx and fy, we were given that these are differentiable. But in place of that, here it is given that fy exists in certain neighborhood. આખા neighborhood define થવું જોઈએ, neighborhood of AB, which is in the domain of definition. And one more thing is this, fxy is continuous at that point. If fxy is continuous, then not only fxy equal to fyx, but fyx also exists at that point, that is also guaranteed. If fxy is continuous, then fyx at AB exists as well as they are equal. Fxy at AB equal to fyx at AB. And yes, you may be given like this also, that if fyx is continuous, then also you will get the same thing. So either of these two one must be continuous. But if they are both are equal, then they are continuous. Clearly, if one is continuous, then another is also continuous. So let us concentrate on the given thing. One is given fy exists in neighborhood, and another thing is given fxy is continuous. So first thing, given condition is fy exists in neighborhood, that is already given. We are given that fxy is continuous. Continuous means we can find the limit at ab. We can find its limit at ab, and its limit at ab that is equal to value at ab. But we can find the limit at a point AB only if the function is defined in some rectangular neighborhood of point AB. So this function fxy must be defined at all the points of this neighborhood. At all the points of this neighborhood. And if fxy exists, then fx also exists. Why? Because we can find fxy only if we have found fx. જો પહેલા fx મેળવેલા હોય તો જ આપણે fxy મેળવી શકીએ છીએ. તો fxy મળે છે means what? fx પણ મળે છે. So here it is written fx and fxy all exist in neighborhood of AB. fy માટે અલગથી આપ્યું છે આપણને સ્ટેટમેન્ટમાં. fy exists. Look at here. fy exists. So here we can write fy exists. So thus fx, fy and fxy, all three functions exist in certain neighborhood of AB. આખા neighborhoodમાં define થશે. Here we are not taking equal increment, but the proof is almost similar. In place of equal increment, in Schwarz theorem, one is h, another is k. So a plus h, b plus k. That is a point in this neighborhood. તો આપણે આ neighborhood જે બાજુમાં છે એમાં કોઈ એક particular point લઈએ છીએ a plus h, b plus k. તો એ point આગળ આ બધા define થશે fx, fy and fxy. Now we are taking the similar term. In last theorem we take phi of h. Here it is phi of hk. And if k is there, then it will be in y coordinate. So only this difference is there. In y coordinate, in place of h it is k. તો ફક્ત આ એક જ ચેન્જ છે. લાસ્ટ થિયરમમાં અહીંયા h હતા આ બંને જગ્યાએ અને અહીંયા પણ ત્યાં k હતા ત્યાં h હતા. Here it is k for y component. And here also g of x is the same function જે ત્યાં હતું. f of x comma b plus h was there, but here it is y component, so it is b plus k minus f of xb. And if you substitute this value, means if we find out this, g of, write down g of x in place of x, if we substitute a plus h, then what we get? F of x is replaced by a plus h, so a plus h comma b plus k minus f of x comma b, but x should be replaced by a plus h, so f of a plus h comma b. So wherever the x is there, we write down a plus h, x ની જગ્યાએ a plus h. Then we get g of h plus h equal to this. If you take this in first bracket, let us say this is the first bracket, then first bracket is this g of a, f of a plus h comma b plus k minus this, and it has the value g of a plus h. And if you take minus sign common from last two terms of equation star, then here it will be minus sign. In place of plus, it will be minus sign. And then this will be, these two terms will be g of a. So same to same બધી જ arguments છે. થોડોક ચેન્જ આવશે, કન્ટિન્યુટી આપી છે એના કારણે. ત્યાં આપણે ડિફરન્શિયબિલિટીનો યુઝ કર્યો હતો. Here we have to use continuity. A point માં difference આવે છે, બાકી almost similar. This is also the same thing. fx exists in neighborhood of AB. જે આપણે ઉપર જ રિમાર્કમાં લખ્યું કે fx, fy and fxy, they all three exist in some neighborhood of AB. Means f is partially differentiable with respect to x. fx મળે છે. Now if you differentiate g of x with respect to x, It is g dash of x, and this is fx and fx, x comma b plus k, x comma b. Means what? Fx exists means right hand side exists and hence left hand side exists. Means g dash of x exists in the neighborhood, means in the interval a to a plus x for some h. હવે જો આ એક્ઝિસ્ટ થતું હોય તો ફરીથી એની એજ થિયરમ, લાગ્રાંજ મીન વેલ્યુ થિયરમ. if we apply again the same theorem, ત્યાં પણ આપણે આ જ થિયરમ એપ્લાય કર્યું હતું, લાગ્રાંજ મીન વેલ્યુ થિયરમ. f ડિફરન્શિયેબલ હોય તો થીટા મળે કે જેથી આ ઇક્વાલિટી થાય. so here capital G is differentiable, so in place of this small f, here it is capital G. so this f is here capital G. all other things are same. f ની જગ્યાએ capital G. but this g of a plus h minus g of a plus h minus g of a, that is phi of hk. આપણે ઉપર જ નોટ ડાઉન કર્યું છે. let me show you. this is equation 1. check it. equation 1, g of a plus h minus g of a, the value is phi of hk. તો અહીંયા પણ આપણને એ જ વેલ્યુ મળી છે LMVT માં, g of a plus h minus g of a, but this is actually phi of hk by equation 1. and in right hand side we require g dash of a plus theta h. and now if you look at g dash of x above equation, જે અત્યારે સ્ક્રીન ઉપર સૌથી ટોપમાં દેખાય છે, then you substitute x equal to a plus theta h. then g dash of a plus theta h, this g dash of a plus theta h is this bracket. in place of x it is a plus theta h, and here also it is a plus theta h. here also it is a plus theta h. same to same. આ બધી અહીં સુધીની પ્રોસેસ એક્ઝેક્ટલી સેમ છે. હા, લાસ્ટ થિયરમમાં અહીંયા આપણે માઇનસ fx of ab કર્યા હતા અને પ્લસ fx of ab, જે અહીંયા હવે નથી જરૂર પડતી કારણ કે અહીંયા ડિફરન્શિયેબલ નથી આપ્યું. we are given that fxy is continuous. so since fxy exists in neighborhood of ab, the function fxy કેવી રીતે મળે? તો fxy is del by del y of del f by del x, means del by del y of fx. means we can differentiate the fx function with respect to y partially. so here it is written, since fxy exists, since this fxy exists in neighborhood of ab, the function fx is differentiable with respect to y in the neighborhood, means an interval b to b plus k. y ની વેલ્યુ જો આમાં હોય તો x અને y હોય તો આપણે 2 ડાયમેન્શનલ નેબરહુડ લેવાનું, અને ફક્ત વન વેરિયેબલ ની વાત કરતા હોય તો રિયલ લાઈન ઉપરનો ઇન્ટરવલ બનશે. so since fx is differentiable, we can use Lagrange mean value theorem on fx. fx is differentiable. so what we will get? શું મળવું જોઈએ? શું લાગે છે તમને? what we get? fx is differentiable with respect to y. તો થિયરમ આવું કહે છે કે f of a plus h minus f of a equal to h f dash of a plus theta h. but here fx is function of two variables, one is y, another is x. so y ની જગ્યાએ વેરિયેબલ હવે b plus k, so here it should be b plus k, here it should be b, and right hand side it is h is k now, and f dash means derivative of f, પણ અહીંયા f means fx છે. So derivative of fx with respect to y, so it is fxy, and something comma, here it is a plus theta h, પણ a ની જગ્યાએ b છે, h ની જગ્યાએ k છે, so it should be b plus theta k, પણ theta notation ઉપર use થઈ ગયું છે, so here we have to write b plus theta dash k. And the first variable, we can keep any fixed variable. In the first variable x, we can keep any required value. And what is required, that you can see here in equation 2 above. You can see a plus theta h comma b, a plus theta h comma b. So here we require is a plus theta h everywhere. This should be fixed. કારણ કે આપણે with respect to y derivative કરીએ તો x constant હોય, so x is same to same at each and every point. So this is written in the next page. So this is fx of, here it is b plus kb, and fx no derivative with respect to y, so it is fxy, h into a plus theta h any જગ્યાએ k, and b plus theta dash k, and this x is actually constant, a plus theta h. તો જે આપણે આગળ લખ્યું હતું એ જ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ અહીંયા રાઈટ કર્યું છે. And now we are substituting this value in equation 2. Equation 2, okay, let me show you the equation 2. So this is equation 2. Phi of hk. આ જે બ્રેકેટ છે એની વેલ્યુ આપણને મળી છે, એ આપણે બ્રેકેટની વેલ્યુ અહીંયા સબસ્ટિટ્યુટ કરીશું ઇક્વેશન 2 માં. તો phi of hk equal to h into the bracket. So here it is phi of hk equal to h into the bracket, but bracket has value this, look at this value, k into fxy, right? So h into the bracket k into fxy, a plus theta h comma b plus theta dash k. So same value is written here, and then here it is hk, so we can divide by hk. So dividing by hk we get this, ફક્ત એક જ change છે, we have divided it by hk. So now these are the different things, little bit different. This is not in the first theorem, Young's theorem, because there it was given differentiability. Here it is given fxy is continuous. Continuous means, continuous at ab means what? The limit at ab equal to value at ab. So એનો આપણે use કરવાનો છે લિમિટ લઈને. So why we are writing this? Here it is phi of hk. Phi of hk, that is from equation star, this is the value of phi of hk, this whole value, f of a plus h comma b plus k minus f of a plus h comma b. आज આપણે લેટ કરીને લખ્યું છે આગળ, બરાબર, minus f of a comma b plus k plus f of ab. This is phi of hk. So we substitute the value of phi of hk in numerator, divided by it is hk as it is, and right hand side also as it is. This is the same thing. So now we separate the terms. We separate so that we can have differentiation formula. So here it is f of a plus h comma b plus k. This first term we consider here. H is taken outer side, but k is kept here only, inner side. Similarly, h to throughout common લઈ લીધા છે. In second bracket also the same thing is done, but minus sign is taken common. So this plus sign is converted into minus sign. So now the plus sign is converted into minus sign, because minus is taken common here. And why we are doing so? Because this term is fy of a plus h comma b. Okay, let me recall you. What is fy? So fy of AB, what is the value? Can you tell me the value of fy? Yes, what is the definition? Hello, am I audible? Okay, then I think you do remember this definition. Tell me the definition. Fy of AB equal to what? Limit k tends to 0 of, yes, a comma b plus k, yes, f of a comma b divided by k, yes, k. But if you replace a by a plus h, then it is fy of a plus h comma b. And here you have to write f of a plus h comma b plus k minus f of a plus h comma b divided by k. And if you look at the term, now look at our theorems proof. Here, this is the same thing, f of a plus h comma b plus k. Look at the two rounds. Both are same to same. Right. So if we take limit k tends to 0, then this limit has this value fy of a plus h comma b. समझाई से भैया? So here it is written taking limit k tends to 0. So if we take limit k tends to 0, then we get this value. First bracket is converted into fy of a plus h comma b. And the same process is done in the next part also. So here this part, this one, if you take k tends to 0 limit, then it is fy of AB. And here it was 1 upon h, so here it is divided by h. So fy of a plus h comma b minus fy of a b upon h. Only the definition is there. ફક્ત એક step કટ કર્યું છે કે limit k tends to 0 અહીંયા લખ્યું નથી. If you write down here limit k tends to 0, here also limit k tends to 0, then I think it might be easy for you. And then you can see that this first limit will be fy of a plus h comma b. So this is the first limit. If you take here limit in first bracket, then it is the same value. And in the second bracket, if you take limit, it will be this value. And right hand side also limit is taken, limit k tends to 0. Now we take limit h tends to 0. Then this is fyx. If you take limit h tends to 0 here, then you can see the value. Limit h tends to 0 of this bracket. So in place of f, the function is fy. And with respect to x derivative કરવું હોય, so here it is a plus h and a, but y remains constant. So y equal to b, that remains constant, and division by h. So this is nothing but the derivative with respect to x. પણ શેનું derivative થાય છે? Derivative is of fy, it is not of fx. So it is derivative of fy with respect to x, and hence this is fyx of ab. And right hand side also it is taken limit h tends to 0. But whenever h and k both tends to 0, since fxy is given continuous, it at point AB, the limit is equal to value. So here we are using again the continuity of fxy. આ પહેલા પણ એકવાર યુઝ કરી હતી that fx exists, fxy exists everywhere. For that we have used And now again we are using the continuity that fxy has limit equal to value at point AB. So this is because it is continuous. So we have proved the theorem. We got fyx of AB. Here in left hand side it is fyx of AB. In right hand side it is fxy of AB. Means both are equal. Oh, remarks are also written that if both are continuous, fxy and fyx, then clearly we have fxy equal to fyx. And if you change condition that we are given that fy exists in some neighborhood, also we are given that fxy is continuous at AB. In place of this, suppose you are given fx exists in some neighborhood and fyx is continuous, then also by the same process, similar process, we can prove that fxy equal to fyx. Okay, any doubt here? લાસ્ટ લેક્ચર અને આ લેક્ચરના વિડીયોઝ હું બનાવી રહ્યો છું અને એ વિડીયોઝ તમને પ્રોવાઈડ કરીશું. એકવાર અપલોડ કરી દઉં પછી તમને એની લિંક આપીશ. એટલે તમે આ જે બંને થિયરમ છે એમાં કંઈ ડાઉટ હોય લાસ્ટ લેક્ચરના અને આ લેક્ચરના તો એ વિડીયો ફરીથી ચેક કરી શકો, જોઈ શકો. યસ, એની ડાઉટ હિયર? બોલો બોલો. નો કે યસ શું બોલ્યા? ઓકે ઓકે, એકવાર રીડ કરજો, બે વાર રીડ કરજો. ધીસ ઇઝ અ થિયરમ પાર્ટ. થિયરી પાર્ટ હોય એમાં થોડું ટિપિકલ મેથેમેટિક્સ આવે છે જેને આમ તમારે બહુ ટચમાં ન આવ્યું હોય 11th-12thમાં એમાં થિયરી ખાસ તમે ભણતા નથી એટલે તમને આ થોડુંક નવું લાગશે. પણ ટીવાયમાં જેને મેથેમેટિક્સ રાખવાનું હોય એ બધા માટે તો ખાસ જરૂરી છે કારણ કે આવું ઘણું બધું ટીવાયમાં આવશે. પણ છતાં આમાં ન સમજાય તો એના હું વિડીયોઝ તમને શેર કરવાનો છું. જે અત્યારે આપણે ભણાવ્યું એનો જ વિડીયો હશે એટલે તમે એ સમજી શકશો એમાંથી. અને છતાં કઈ ડાઉટ હોય તો પછી તમે મને પૂછી પણ શકો છો. So now you can leave. Already time થઈ ગયો છે. મે તમારે બીજું લેક્ચર હશે. ઠીક, તમારું જ છે. હા, આજ તમારું મોડું થાય એવું હતું પણ બાય ચાન્સ ટાઈમે પૂરું થઈ ગયું છે. ઓકે, યુ કેન લીવ બેટા. ચિરાગ, આસ્ફિયા, અંકિત, નમ્રતા, ગીતાંજલિ. Hello, you can leave now. Ankit. મૂકી દીધું છે. હા હા, ડાઉનલોડ કરી લીધી. હું તો પછી મેં જયારે ચાલુ કરી દીધું કાલે તો પૂરું કરી દઉં ને હું પ્રેઝન્ટેશન.